Despite being the largest, most populated country in the world, the United States exceeds China's waste disposal. Have you ever wondered how these products can harm animals that may have ingested these products that we can so easily dispose of? So, the question is, what type of foods can harm animals? That's right, chocolate, coffee, and caffeine should not be fed to your animals because they contain methoxanthines, in which, if ingested, can cause vomiting, diarrhea, panting, excessive thirst, urination, hyperactivity, abnormal heartbeat, tremors, and seizures. And in severe cases, death is possible. Methoxanthines is found in cocoa seeds, which is a product used for making coffee, and nuts that are used in some sodas. Alcohol is another type of product we should not feed our animals because if ingested, it can cause vomiting, diarrhea, decreased coordination, central nervous system depression, difficulty breathing, tremors, abnormal blood acidity, coma, and even death. Despite being a healthy fruit towards humans, the avocado should not be fed to any animal because it contains persin, in which, in canines, if ingested, they can cause vomiting and diarrhea. However, birds and rodents are very sensitive to this type of fruit and they can develop congestion, have difficulty breathing, and fluids can develop around the heart. Next up, grapes and raisins. If ingested, they can cause kidney failure. However, the toxin that causes this is unknown. Next up is macadamia nuts. In canines, these nuts can cause weakness, depression, vomiting, tremors, and hypothermia. Symptoms appear within 12 hours of ingestion, lasting up to 12 to 48 hours. Yeast dough, if ingested, can rise and cause gas that accumulates in the animal's digestive system. It can be painful and can cause a rupture in the stomach or intestine. Milk and salt. Because pets don't have the appropriate amount of lactase to digest milk, if ingested, it can cause diarrhea and other upsets to the digestive system. If salt is ingested, then there can be an excess of thirst, urination, and even sodium ion poisoning. Symptoms of ingestion are vomiting, diarrhea, depression, tremors, high body temperature, seizures, and death. Lastly is xylitol. It is a sweetener found in gum, candy, baked goods, and toothpaste. It releases insulin that can lead to liver failure. An increase in insulin leads to hypoglycemia, in which blood sugar is abnormally low. Symptoms include vomiting, lethargy, and loss of coordination. So, are there other types of products that can harm animals? Yes, and here are some of the examples of such products. They include automotive parts, fluorescent light bulbs, solvents, paint, and insecticides. So, how do we safely dispose of such harmful products? Well, here are some tips for you. The first most obvious is, of course, buy what you need and use up the entire product. Don't discard your hazardous waste in your household garbage. Keep hazardous products in their original containers. Never mix chemical wastes. Never reuse any pesticides or chemical containers for any other purpose. And a way to avoid producing hazardous waste is by using alternatives. So, what are our alternatives? Well, here are some of the alternatives. For cleaning tubs and tiles, use half of a lemon that's been dipped in baking soda. Then rub it on a certain area, rinse, and let it dry. For ant poisons, obtain a substance called tartar, which is used in baking. Sprinkle it in front of the ant's path and the ants won't cross. For clearing drains, first unclog the pipes with a plunger. Then pour boiling water down the drain. Do this every week for maintenance. Remember, animals are indiscriminate eaters. In fact, I saw 2 pigeons eating a frozen pizza at the park I was observing. Bears are also one of the more bigger examples of animals being indiscriminate eaters, as you can see from this bear.